Mutant. Hello, hello. This thing on,
Yeah.
on.
What's up, mate?
What's up, mate? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to week 14 of the Inferno Hot Corner. It is our Inferno Fantasy Football League, hosted by yours truly, biking around, along with my wonderful co-host, Mr. Dreamer LV. How are we feeling today, sir?
What's crack-a-lacking? I'm feeling fantastic, man. Fantastic. Got a little bit of sleep. I had a rough night sleeping last night, but hey, here we are.
Hey,
good.
You made it though. You caught up. Nice little day. It's been getting a little chilly out here in Vegas, but the league is heating up. Not for me or Dreamer, unfortunately, but it is.
You know what's crazy is it is heating up for me at the wrong fucking time.
Yeah, you would have been in. Could have been in if I could have just beat Dasso, but you know, the past is the past. We can only move forward. But as you all know, this is a creator / community fantasy football league. We have 6 members, 5 members of the Inferno plus 1, along with 6 community members, myself, Dreamer, Tamer, Havoc, Defy, and Dasso, along with 6 members of the Pride. We are playing for a wonderful prize pool, as you can see down on your screen there. Dreamer, would you like to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah. Our fantastic prize pool this year, I say this year because we plan on doing this for years to come. The winning duo of the community and LVI members will receive 1 life-size Canes plush Inferno, or Canes Inferno plush, an assortment of Canes box combo cards, an Inferno trophy presented to you by Canes, our title sponsor, 1 tailgate feeding of 10 from Canes themselves, 2 zip chair gaming chairs, 2 Sure items, and 2 Paradox custom keyboards. So like we've said every week from the start, definitely an assortment of prizes here.
Definitely. And I'm honestly hoping that we're gonna have to take our picks here with when we go into this playoff preview, because I am hoping that somebody from Vegas wins, so that way we can kind of come through for that tailgate feeding of 10, since it's not gonna be at our house apparently.
Well, you're telling me, man. Definitely not going to be at our house.
So let's get into it.
The best out of it.
I know we did our best. Let's get right into it. Week 14, last week for playoffs. We'll start off with my team that even if I did make it to the end, I would have flopped hard against Tamer here, put up a nice little 69 pointer. My team just didn't show up. Also, I kind of didn't show up either, knowing that was out of contention. I did want to secure the win, but man, my team,
they just didn't pop out this week.
Yeah, I didn't have anybody, Adam Thielen on the bench.
That's about it.
That's about it. But you got Mahomes putting up 15. Kamara was projected for damn near 20, puts up 11. Tyrone Tracy, I think the only guy on my roster to go above his projected at 18. Amon-Ra, I don't know what happened. Jaden Reed, the biggest fall off on the planet.
That was ridiculous. 0?
Yeah.
You got one target.
One target against the Detroit Lions. They put up 31 points, and this guy gets
not
one
even
target.
His fault. Like, Jordan Love, what are you doing, bro?
I don't know, man. Is he even like? Yeah, he got some beef or what? I don't know. Travis Kelce, mid. He's just 5 for 6, 45 yards. DJ Moore, mid. McLaughlin, and then we got Buffalo defense giving up -7 points, so that really put a damper on my total score there. With Tamer's San Francisco defense putting up 17. There's not really much you can say about my game.
Put up, just out of curiosity.
Who's?
Yeah, he has a defense on the bench. I'm pretty sure. What did it put up? -3 and 3. He has 2 defenses.
He has 2. Yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
he picked the right defense there. He did defeat me by 50 points. So I guess that might be the biggest blowout of the week. We'll see how his team goes in the playoffs. Really, just looking at Tamer's roster here, here's a playoff bound team. He has Russell Wilson hitting his projected. Solid. Russell Wilson been playing pretty good. Doesn't do anything crazy, but doesn't have to get the win. And 18 points is respectable. Probably about the minimum you want out of a quarterback for a team going into the playoffs. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon, not getting into the end zone this week, but still on pace to potentially break the single season rushing record.
Underprojected somehow.
Underprojected, yeah, off of 20 carries for 124 yards, like 15
points. 15 points underprojected is fucking nuts, by the way.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's how high the standards are for this guy. We got Jahmyr Gibbs over there, putting up his thing. A lot of his work done in the pass game. 6 catches, 6 targets, 6 receptions, 30 yards and a touchdown.
Ray McCloud.
Ray McCloud, though, man, we've been talking about how shaky his quarterback or his receiving core is. I mean, he got Ray McCloud and Elijah Moore in there. I mean, that's really gonna be, we're gonna see when it comes to playoffs if they can hold out for him. I mean, Ray McCloud, a good start, I guess. He got 11 targets, 8 catches.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah,
I mean, Atlanta didn't know what they were doing, to be honest. Like, that whole game, I watched that game because I have Darnold in another league, and just like, Atlanta could not get absolutely anything going. You never know who's gonna touch the ball over there, man. Just like Tampa Bay over there, man. Like, I had Bucky Irving in a league, and he absolutely just like screwed me over. After
did he get hurt?
Injured.
Yeah,
he got injured like I think it was like the second quarter or whatever.
Yeah, and the people that have held on to Rachaad White surprisingly got a really good game out of him. So 17 carries, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. I mean, great game for him.
You know what pissed me off more? I have Bucky Irving and Rachaad White on that same team that I was talking about. I sat Rachaad. And started Addison over him, which is obviously
Addison was good. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. I mean, but I mean, yeah, Rachaad White.
I usually play them both at the same time.
Just minimize your the variance of your score. I like that. And then his kicker misses 2 field goals. Luckily they won the game still for New Orleans because they're still kind of in the playoff hunt over there. And then San Francisco, popping off. He did have Kyler Murray on his bench. Hard start. Kyler Murray's been kind of a shaky start for me too. I'm always wondering what Kyler Murray I'm gonna get. He ended up going over projected. He was without Kenneth Walker and without George Pickens. So we'll see next week if those guys are back and if that's gonna help his team. He definitely needs George Pickens in there because he really has no receivers. Now he has to decide what running back to start because now that Rachaad White might be taking full snaps, he might have a predicament on his hand on which he can only start 3 of his 4 running backs. He never traded any of them throughout the year to get a decent receiver. So
he tried to trade me Rachaad White too.
Yeah, maybe he starts Ray McCloud and George Pickens, or Elijah Moore has a bounce back game. We'll see there.
There's really no talent.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our next matchup. Defy deciding to show up, man, scoring over 100 points once again. He hits right around his projected at 123 points, but he goes down to Docile, who's heating up going into the playoffs here. Defy also started a injured reserve Christian McCaffrey and put up 123 points. Mind you that.
Something about that is just ridiculous.
Yeah. This guy. Well, I mean, it helps when you have Mr. Addison down there dropping a 40 burger. He got some play out of his guys. He had Josh Jacobs 20 plus, Jalen Waddle, nice little bounce back game for him. Jordan Addison. He also had Dalton Schultz on the bye, so 2 players basically inactive, and he puts up 123 points.
Oh yeah. I mean, wait, he had Addison go up. Addison, Jacobs, Waddle. Who did he have at quarterback?
Geno Smith, who was underprojected, but he did his thing.
I mean, 40 from Addison is going to help you push 100 any day. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, on his bench, he didn't really have much anyways. Tyler Lockett put up 0. Jalen Warren maybe. Kyle Pitts 2 points. I mean, his season's over, so figured he gave Docile a little bye week, which almost wasn't a bye week for a second if he would have lost that. Over on Docile's side, I mean, he's got former Packers Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams heating up. They both put up 40 combined. Also had Jordan Love at quarterback. Is this guy a Packers fan? I don't know, man. He's got some.
I don't know. I feel like he's scroll down. Let's see if we can catch any others.
Let's see. No. Nobody else, but Alan Lazard too. This guy has Alan Lazard as well.
He's got to be a Packers fan.
Yeah, man. He has JT and his MVP Will Lutz on the bye week. So screw that guy. Baker Mayfield somehow not must start. I don't understand not starting. Man, I feel like Baker Mayfield should be started every week. I mean, you just got Jordan Love for the vanity of it.
I think if I've got Baker and Geno in front of me, I'm starting Baker.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, his team's pretty well rounded. I guess the only area, he's gonna have. So he has Aaron Jones. He's gonna have JT back next week for playoffs. He's got two good kickers in Boswell and in Lutz. He's got one of the best tight ends in the game, George Kittle, at least fantasy wise. And honestly, he's been having a good year. So he's gonna have.
I mean, he's always had a well-rounded team. I think his fall off came where Odunze wasn't getting any looks, and Adams had very low production for a while, and even Kittle had low production for a little bit. So like that's where a lot of his losses came from, I feel like. And then Najee Harris is kind of a toss-up, but he has been getting more looks, as of late.
Yeah, he also has Jalen Warren too. So I mean, he has Jalen Warren. Oh yeah, I thought he did. Never mind. Oh,
I think he traded him away.
Jalen Warren's on Defy's team. Just kidding.
Okay. But like he's always had a well-rounded team. He just, you know what I mean? Like shit didn't come together in certain weeks, honestly.
Yeah, I mean he's still playoff bound though with the win there, and he moves to finish 8-6. Dreamer,
me.
Look at this guy. This is the highest scored points for the week over here. Oh, just outdone by Aaron, but
Aaron beat me by just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, 148 points. Talk about it. 59 points.
That might be the highest fantasy points I've ever seen.
Yeah, for an individual. I think that was even high. Yeah, I think that's higher than Kirk Cousins' game when he had 500 yards earlier in the season. I think
this was just like, dude, he had literally like three passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns.
First ever to do that.
Yeah. Kind of pissing me off though, because I had James Cook in another league, and
James Cook didn't get nothing because of that.
You took away like 2 rushing touchdowns from James Cook and the one
at least. Like
what the fuck, man?
I know,
but things happen. He had Jared Goff over on the other side. Goff, I mean, good game, nothing too crazy, but I mean, when you're literally outscoring the other quarterback by double, you can do. Algier and his running back won. Not a bad game out of Algier. Made the best out of his carries, so
especially with Bijan.
Yeah, but Dowdle over here going for 18 and 131. I mean, ever since
good game for him.
Ever since he picked up the actual starting back role, like you can't really do anything with him. He's gonna make something happen. So.
What's up, Havoc?
What up, Havoc?
You're gonna lose. I mean, you still put up 113 points, and you're still a playoff bound team, so maybe you're just trying to give one to the boys,
Facts.
But I think Dreamer definitely took it.
Tony Pollard with 15, basically 21 for 102, couldn't get in the end zone, but 14 or 15 will take that. Pacheco, ever since he came, 14 carries for 55 is not the worst game in the world, but it's like, they're not giving him any touches in the red zone. His passing production has been a little lackluster from what we're used to seeing, I feel like.
Yeah, that Chiefs offense in general has been pretty lackluster.
Yeah, it's just kind of a toss-up, but I feel like that's been the story of their Super Bowl dynasty years has been a lackluster Chiefs offense.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, Travis Kelce has only gotten 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we've been waiting for the Chiefs to turn it on, and they haven't turned it on yet, so I don't know if they're really waiting until the playoffs turn on or what. What's up, Daz?
Can I make a comment really quick?
Sure.
With 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Giannis just got a 6 rebound.
Let's go. All right.
Anyways.
Game one in the books. Game 1 down. I got a second leg.
Speaking of lackluster, AJ Brown coming in with 7 points. He's pissed. He's pissed. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
They're beefing.
Yeah, they're beefing.
There was I think I saw on Twitter. I don't know if it was a real clip or if it was the real, it's like a lineman on the team that said that literally just said they're beefing right now. So,
Well, there was also something else that was like, they were asking him like what the situation was, right? And he was like passing.
Yeah.
And they were like anything. He said passing.
I mean, they're not passing, but they're winning.
You're not throwing the ball.
Hey, it's hard when
that's where his ego comes into play.
It's hard when you got Saquon balling out. Now he's not the man out in Philly, and he's not happy about it. But I
think that's where that ego comes into play because I'm curious to see what Devontae Smith's production looked like.
Awesome.
I know he got a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's all he had. Honestly. Yeah.
So I'm not really sure, but AJ Brown, I mean, dude,
catches
everything
thrown
honest,
at him.
If I'm in that situation, and I'm pretty sure, well, When is AJ's contract up is the question. Like maybe he's looking for some kind of production towards a contract extension or something.
Maybe, or maybe he needs a bonus. There's a probably, they have those bonus clauses in there if you have a good individual performance year, but it's like he can't control the ball not going to him,
Yeah, there's something else, but you are winning.
Like, you are winning.
So the fact that you're winning and pissed off is just like
barely being the Carolina Panthers, but you are winning.
You are winning, man. Same thing with KC. They're barely winning, but they're winning. Yep. It is what it is. Neither one of them are going to be able to beat Detroit, though, to be honest.
You won't see no ego coming from KC players, though. That's the thing.
Detroit for the Super Bowl right now.
Detroit for the Super Bowl? You think so?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
What do you think? What do you think, Daz? What do you think, Havoc?
I don't see a team that can stand up, man.
I don't know, man. I mean, Buffalo, you can talk about Mr. Khalil Shakir over here, putting up a 23-pointer, 106 yards, touchdown, huge bomb.
That touchdown was huge, too.
Yeah, that's huge.
I was watching that. That touchdown was huge.
Trying to
Ferguson, on the other hand, doing nothing.
Doing
3 for 6, 32 yards. Kraft putting in a little bit of work, 3 for 5, 41 and a tutty. Yeah. Disley got injured, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of the last play of the second quarter.
Yep.
Right at the end.
Messed up a lot of parlays.
Messed up that right shoulder of his. D-Hop 4 for 9, 32 and a tutty. Right over there in KC.
Damn.
Little 13 and a half. Brother hit all of his shit. Yeah. Didn't miss nothing.
Made his field goals.
Mean, when you're not being able to get the ball in the end zone, so you're gonna need a kicker that can do it. And he can do it. So. Speaking of kickers that can do it, Cameron Dicker over here with
Cameron Dicker
5
the
points.
Kicker.
Yeah, Dicker the kicker. Unfortunately, he didn't get a lot of chances in the end zone or in the red zone. Their passing game after Herbert got injured became very lackluster. Started out the game great, fantastic, and then just they couldn't do anything the second half of that game.
Because he took like a Charlie, right? So it was like thigh, like that dude came in and hit him right, like gave him like
took a knee to the thigh where there was no padding. So not really much you can ask there. But Seattle putting up a good score line with their defense, as projected. Detroit allowing 31 points. That's not like Detroit. I don't care if it's the Green Bay offense or not.
Hey man, it's against Green Bay offense.
Yeah, 31 points though is not like Detroit. Only 1 sack, 1 forced fumble recovery, so on and so forth. So, I mean, yeah. To the benches, could anything have changed this game from me absolutely destroying Havoc?
I mean, you got some good. Output from your bench. I see how you.
I've got points on the bench too.
You put Chuba in the little timeout corner, huh? After last week's performance, so I guess he had to bounce back and put up 19.
Last week's performance, and he comes back and plays Philly this week. I just didn't have much faith in it, honestly. Like if you go back up, Pollard against Jacksonville had more faith. Dowdle against Cincinnati, when Cincinnati's rush defense is absolute dog meat. Had more faith.
I mean,
I threw Disley in the
flex.
Only because I had McConkey in there before.
McConkey was a late scratch, or not late scratch.
McConkey was super late scratch right at the end, like right before the game was going to start.
Yeah.
So I scratched out and threw in Disley. That's honestly that's the only reason I even have Disley on my lineup, is because like 1 week McConkey, I think it was last week, McConkey was questionable, so I picked up Disley just in case for a little plug and play at flex, and it worked out this week. So, but when you go down his lineup, I mean, yeah, nothing really could have.
Sturdy Purdy, man, honestly. Number 1 quarterback for him. Coming off the bench. I mean, he didn't have Derrick Henry
20
either.
for 25. Like,
he's
doing his thing.
Good bounce back game for him there. Derrick Henry sitting now on a bye week. Last week of buys, by the way.
Yeah, it pisses me off because if I would have beat Defy a couple weeks ago, then after last week's win against Docile and this week's win against Havoc, I'd be in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, you should have beat Defy.
Caused me to not be able to. You should have beat Docile.
I should have beat Docile as well. I know Docile defeats Defy, and then we just find a way to mess it up.
Outside looking in, man. Looking in. 6 and 8 is where
6 and 8 though. You did finish at 6 and 8, which is nice. I did finish above Defy, so I'm not last. Going over to the community side, we had Mr. B Piffin trying to make a playoff push. He had to get in by beating OBG Medic by like 200 points, which is kind of crazy actually, because he was actually he was beating by like 70 points like pretty early on. He's beating by 70 points. Jonathan Brooks, put a minus Mac Jones, trash. I mean, Chase Brown really saved, got him a lot.
Jonathan Brooks tore his ACL in non-contact again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a torn ACL non-contact.
And that was from college too, right? And he just got in. So I wonder if it was the same one or not.
Can't remember if they said it was the same one or not. If it's not the same one, this kid's got the worst luck I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If it is the same one, still bad luck, but like, hey, re-aggravated injury, cool. We can understand that. But like, if you tore the ACL in the other leg, you might want to just hang it up.
Might be over for him before it gets started. I mean, looking at their benches, pretty much everybody's on buys for all of them are out.
Damn.
So they had nobody else to play. I mean, yeah. So basically, what happened was it was like 103 whatever going into last night. It was like 103 to what is it -65. So yeah, he had 37 points going into last night's Monday Night Football game, and he had Jamar Chase and Chase Brown almost complete the comeback. So he almost
1.2 points. Yeah, that's one catch.
Yeah,
that's one catch and 2 yards.
Yeah, he almost came all the way back there. I mean, Chase Brown probably
for 18.
Mm-hmm. Chase Brown probably one of the pickups of the year, in my opinion. Like he's, ever since Zach Moss, lost the position, this guy's taken over. He's been balling out. He's finishing up ranked 11th so far for the regular season. But that's
wild.
Yeah, but the last five games, last 5 games, he's averaged over 20 points basically, and it is
26, 20, 18, 19, 22.
Yeah, so he's averaged over 20 points basically last 5 games. I mean, this guy's pushing through towards the end of the regular season. Obviously, for OBG, who is going to be making the playoffs over Piffin here. I mean, Mac Jones was just a plug and play. He has Lamar Jackson back next week. He's got Joe Mixon back. He's got Nico Collins back. He's got Fairbairn at kicker
he's gonna
back.
Be scary, man.
Yeah, his team. I mean,
he's been scary all year.
Yeah, highest scoring team for a reason. I mean, we're gonna see once we look into these playoffs.
We're gonna pull the playoff bracket
yeah,
soon.
We're just skimming through these real quick.
I mean,
Agon's.
The aftermath.
Just putting the final beat down on Soap. Soap's sad, disappointing season for him. But he goes out with a bang. Yeah, Puka Nacua is nice. Shout out to Soap for picking up Isaac Guerrero just for the plug and play and to keep other teams from getting him. Puka Nacua, man, Puka Nacua made some insane plays during this game.
Yeah, bro, crazy, like that original catch on the sideline.
Yeah, that toe tap catch. I thought I could even tell he like grazed.
When I was watching it in real time, right? And I originally I saw it pulling him out, and I'm sitting at work during this time, and we're all watching it. When I saw the outstretch, and then I immediately looked down towards his feet, bro, and I was like, he caught that shit. Everybody was like, nah, ain't no way. Like, momentum alone brought him out. No, bro, I'm telling you right now, this fucker caught that shit. I don't know how, but he's in.
Yeah, he's insane. He's like 6'2", 230. I mean, he's crazy athletic, and he's like pretty big, strong. Like he's a
lion too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's a thick boy, man. He's like
he's a dog, man.
He's what AJ Brown wishes he was.
Dog, I swear.
But I mean, and the Rams got the win, and he had the clinching touchdown, even though it was a false start. But they've been balling. He's been balling. I mean, 39 points from him, season high. And then you got, he also had Jerry Jeudy, Trey McBride, Darnell Mooney also been balling out lately too. I mean, another 20-point game from him. He's had a few big games this season.
That's off 6 receptions.
Yeah, he's the deep ball guy, and he got a few of them. Johan Jennings, on the other hand, too, also popping off. The guy who scored. He had the first 40-point game from a receiver early on in the season, and then kind of disappeared. But a little resurgence for him there. Kickers. You got the Young Ho and you got the Bates. Doing their thing. Cincinnati defense surprisingly got double digits. Probably because of that muffed punt, right? The fumble recovery.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's talk about that. I definitely wanted to bring that to the attention. I think that's some bullshit. I think that there is zero chance that somehow, and this isn't coming from a Cowboys fan, this is coming from a football fan. When you're sitting there and there's a blocked punt, You're talking about the Cincy Dallas game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You block the punt. You muff. I guess muffed. Like I would consider that a fumble, would I not? Because like we muffed the fumble, and then all of a sudden they recover it. It's first down, new set of downs. What the fuck? And you didn't even pass the sticks. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely don't understand how that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, the boy got in the way trying to get the ball after it was blocked to pick it up for possibly return it, make a big play for a touchdown, and he just dropped it. I was thinking right after the kick got blocked, like if they just touch it, it'd be just down like a regular punt at that area, and they get the starting position there. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate way to go down. Dallas trying to make a playoff push. Micah Parsons on the sideline losing his shit. I mean, I would too. After the defense, made some good stops there. I mean, he had Joe Burrow put up 30 points. So I mean, the funny thing is, if he would have started Sam Darnold, he would have won the game. He had Sam Darnold on his bench. He had Devontae Smith. There you go with the four catches, 37 yards and a touchdown. I mean, shit. Look at Agon's bench too. He has BJT.
This man's bench put up everybody.
Jameson,
like,
JSN's been crazy. Yeah, he's been. His team
sold my parlay by 6 yards.
He needs to figure out what to do. Oh, he needed 50 plus from him. Yeah. I mean, he needs to figure out who he's gonna play next week. Obviously, he's hurting in the running back committee. He had Braylon Allen and Abdullah starting. So looking at his bench, he's just got Brian Robinson. So he's gonna have to rock with two of these dudes.
Who's in his flex?
Darnell Mooney. Yeah, so he's hurting on running back. So we'll see how that affects him. I mean, obviously, every other position he has like the top tier. One of the highest scoring teams in the league. So we're gonna see how Agon's does. This is Havoc's boy heading into the playoffs. We'll see when we get the matchup. I believe he might have a first round bye though. In our last matchup, Aaron trying to finish with a bang, just like Dreamer did against Sick Kicks.
He banged out.
Yeah, high scoring game there. I mean, his running backs putting up 40 together. Tyreek Hill having a game finally, like 5 years too late.
Justin Conner having a little bit of a game himself. 18 for 90, 32 a tutty. I mean, Bijan 22 carries, 92 yards and a tutty, and a 2-point conversion. He puts up a decent little game. Kyron Williams having himself 2 tutties. Achan, the crazy part with Achan is under projected at 17 points. Like, they value Achan a little higher than I would expect.
Yeah.
14 carries, 24 yards. Like, that's not somebody I'm going to value at, I know you're getting something out the passing game and this PPR, cool. But, like, I'm not valuing you at 20.
17's a good game. 17's a good game for him, I think.
Like you said, Tyreek Hill doing his thing, 10 for 14. That's got to be a season high on target. CeeDee Lamb, 6 for 7, 93 yards and a tutty. That's, not bad out of him, honestly.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy, as projected, he's been getting more involved. I've seen it lately. He's been getting like 6 to 7 targets a game. So
yeah, I dropped him in other leagues. I just can't be dealing with this. I mean, consistently single digit between like 5 and 7 points. Like that's not gonna cut it for the starting lineup.
Really not. In most 12 teams, late through the year, somebody's gonna have somewhere. Yeah, I have him on the bench in a couple places.
Expected.
Other people dropped him, but. Jefferson, 7 for 7, perfect game, 132 and 2 tutties and a long tutty. You know what? Both of those tutties were kind of the same. It was weird, bro. Like, your camera's freaking out. I
just refreshed it. The stream froze. Yeah, we've been having internet issues the last day and have been having some internet issues around town.
Jefferson, dude. Okay, so Minnesota scores on the same exact type of looking play twice. One with Addison, one with Jefferson. Did you see those?
I saw the one where he kind of like backpedaled in, and that one that DB just like he was lost. That dude was lost.
So the same exact play, Darnold waits to throw it and just kind of tosses it up, and both times, Addison and Jefferson just come back to the ball, catch it, and then walk in. Like
That's crazy.
On two, it looked exactly the same, and it was both two different people.
Just busted defense over on
just
ATL.
busted completely.
Yeah.
And there were two people there, but they overran the ball, and he just came back to it.
That's crazy.
Laporta, okay.
Projected.
Yeah, I mean, if you got in the end zone, you would have been good. Dawson Knox, one point is not going to do it over there. But I don't trust any Buffalo, tight ends. Honestly, I'd trust Kincaid over Knox any day of the week, though. Malik Neighbors, 10 targets, 5 receptions, 79. Like
he's doing his best out there, man. He's doing his best. What he can with Drew Lock at quarterback over there. Charbonnet though, with man, this guy popped off with Kenneth Walker out for the game.
The kid's a dog.
Yeah,
the kid has been a dog forever. Like it's about time that you start like a running back committee over there. Like Kenneth Walker is, after he got injured, Kenneth Walker is not what he was before.
Yeah.
And Charbonnet he's a youngin. He's like, if I'm not mistaken, press on his name real quick. Yeah, 1 year out of UCLA. Like, he's young. Let this kid fucking run, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is literally what's happening. It's like Charbonnet and JSN are outshining Kenneth Walker and DK Metcalf. So I mean, like, it's like new kids on the block. They're coming
on
up.
The block, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is. New kids on the block. Defenses and kickers ain't really nothing to talk about. Elliott missing a field goal. You know what I've noticed? Kickers, the minute they get injured, like their first actual injury.
Their what?
It's just their first actual injury of their career. It's just a downhill spiral from there every time. Like, I think what's his name? Reichard just came back.
Mm-hmm.
Misses an important field goal. Elliott comes back off of injury from the end of last year. He just hasn't been the same this year. Same thing happened with like Dan Bailey when he came back off injury for the Cowboys a while back.
Yeah,
he came back and his career just spiraled downhill from there. There's a number of different kickers.
Did Justin Tucker come off injury, or he just fell off?
I think he's just done.
He's just done.
I think he's just done.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron could even had even more points if he would have started Tua over Justin Herbert. I don't know what he sees in Herbert, but Tua's been, starting to ball out. Obviously, the rest of their bench, I mean, his,
You better ball out. You're putting the ball in the air 47 fucking times.
Sick Hicks just has Sick Hicks, just everybody on bye week. He gets Scary Terry back and CJ Stroud and Zay Flowers. So we'll see what he decides to do for playoffs with that, with all that. And then, end of the year for Mr. Chubb, like Garrett Ridley and Kincaid. So, I mean, nothing Aaron can do there. Aaron does finish with a respectable 6-8 record. Just a couple games out from playoffs, and we got Sick Kicks moving on. So let's get into shoot. I guess do you want to do the yeah? Let's see. You got to do your of the week. Your
yeah. We can go through
report.
A quick one.
Weekly report.
Let's go through a quick weekly report. But before we do so, let's say thank you to our title sponsor over at Raising Cane's, the best chicken that I have ever personally.
And sauce. Don't forget the sauce.
Sauce out of this world.
Sauce.
Shout out to our sponsors, Paradox Customs, Sure. Brand new partnership with Sure just signed.
Yes, sir.
With the Las Vegas Inferno, first esports organization to fully sign with them as our official audio partner of Las Vegas Inferno, official audio partner of the Dream Team, and what's the name of your community?
The Bikey Brigade.
There we go. W. And shout out to Zip Chair Gaming for always keeping us comfortable. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. And we look forward to future endeavors. Now, our weekly report. We've got best manager with Piffin, originally projected for 103, pulls out 103. So he
gets
he has 103. Yeah,
perfect
he has 103
lineup
available, and he put in the perfect possible lineup. Did he get the dub? No, he didn't get the dub. Right?
He did by
he did get the dub. by 1.2 points.
Yeah.
Less than that, actually. 1.18 or some shit.
1.13.
Worst manager.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Got to go out with a bang.
Possible lineup 93.
I mean, 69. The best I would have been able to put up was the best I would have been able to put up. Yeah, literally. The best I would have put up was 93, which would have even gotten me a dub because the boy put up 120. Shout out to Amit Tamer over there.
Speaking of that, biggest blowout. Tamer,
there you go.
120 over Bikey with 6. Narrow victory. 1.1% was the margin between Piffin and Medic. Highest score, Aaron puts up 149.98, beats me out by 1.8 points.
Yep.
Lowest score,
Me.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Overachiever, Defy, originally projected at 85.54, puts up 123.
Crazy.
Below expectations, originally projected at 123, puts up 69.
It is what it is.
QB of the week, my guy Josh Allen with 59,
59
running back of the
points.
week.
Oh my
Sick
God.
kicks. Has Charbonnet for 39.5. Wide receiver of the week, OBG Medic, Jamar Chase
crazy
at
scores this
43.
week.
This is fucking ridiculous. Hold up, give me a second. Before I even continue really quick, let's just look at Jamar Chase's last fucking God knows how long. 43 against Dallas, 20 against Pitt, a bye week, 24 against LA, 58 against Baltimore, 9 against Las Vegas, 18, 16, 10, 42. He's got numerous 40-point games this year.
Yeah, I'm sick. I could have had him.
game.
I could have had him in one of my leagues too. And Chubb was getting ready to come back. I was working on trading him and like somebody else to get like Jamar
What's more
Chase.
sick is the 4 people drafted before him because Medic got him with pick 5
In what round?
That's nuts. Round 1.
Round 1. Yeah.
Pick 5.
You know, shout out CMC. Shout out Tyreek Hill.
Shout out Derrick Henry probably. No, I think he fell.
Derrick Henry, he caught him on.
I think I took CD. I think.
Shout out me with Brees Hall. You know, the boy Brees Hall. Anyways.
Oh no, I didn't. I think I took AJ Brown, didn't I? No, that was pick 2.
I got Brees Hall with like the 4th pick.
Oh yeah, because I had the 12th pick. I had fucking I went Garrett Wilson, AJ Brown back to back.
Yeah.
Anyways, George Kittle for Dossel with 20 points. Kicker of the week, I've got Matthew Wright with 13.5. Defense of the week, 49ers playing against Vikey with 17. Bench warmers, Soap leaves Sam Darnold on the bench for 45. I leave Chuba Hubbard on the bench with 19.7. Wide receivers, Jackson Smith, 18.5 on Agon's bench. Tight ends, Jonu Smith on Agon's bench with 12.6. Kicker, bench warmer of the week, had 0.
Because he's on IR.
And defense bench warmer of the week on Sick Kicks bench with 12, Pittsburgh Steelers defense. So, fantastic week. Fantastic scores. A lot of
a lot of high scores this week, honestly. Everybody had over 100 points but me.
Yeah, I just wish there was more drama, man.
I
wish
know.
There was for some of the wins.
Unfortunately. So here we go. We got our standings here. We got Tamer, Havoc, and Dossel finishing out the season as the top 3 representing Team LVI. Tamer, the number 1 seed for our side, then Havoc, then Dossel. And then over on the community side, we got Agon's highest scoring team. He reclaims the highest scoring award over OBG Medic, who holds on to his 3rd seed due to
got
his
him by
points. 10. Yeah. And then we got Sick Kick sitting there in between, a little 9-5. So let's go see what our playoffs look like.
Playoffs, we're looking at round 1. Agon's is taking a bye on the community side.
Is it showing
Tamer's
for you?
taking a bye. What? I'm looking at it on my side. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it's just showing that the playoffs are not shown. Here we go. All right, because it was
right there.
Yeah, I did right now, but it was like not finalizing it because there's stat corrections or whatever. All
gotcha.
Right.
But yeah, we've got, it looks like Agon's taking a bye on the community side and Tamer taking a bye on the LVI side. Round 1, we have Medic versus Havoc, which is crazy.
Oh, is Medic part of his Havoc's? No, Agon's is Havoc's team, right?
Yeah, no, Agon's.
Medic is part of Dossel's.
Yeah, we've got Medic
nice.
versus Havoc, and we've got Dossel versus Sick Kicks for round 1 matchups. The original projections that we're looking at right now, it looks like Medic and Sick Kicks may take overall. I actually don't like the way that's set up because I feel like LVI should be on one side of the bracket and
I don't know.
should be on the other side.
I mean, it's a good mix though either way because it looks like you got, so you got guaranteed into the second round. Basically, the only team that hasn't locked a second round would be what is it gonna be Dossel's team because Dossel and OBG So one of them has to win in order to have, all three pairs to have a chance. So I mean, as long as one of them wins, I think they'll be all right. But I mean, it is what it is. We got Derek in the
Could
chat.
be a Tamer Sick Kicks back to semifinal.
Yeah, he might have to take out his own,
Yeah. One of them might have to. Yeah.
But I do like, it could have been cool to have each conference play out itself. I think that would have been nice too. I don't know if that's something you could change still or not.
I might be able to. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, maybe look into it, because that's kind of probably what we originally wanted instead.
That's what is supposed to happen.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it should be, in my opinion, it should be Tamer on one side, Havoc against Docile, and then Aegon's on one side, Medic against Sick Kicks is what it should be.
Mm-hmm. Derek says, which defense to start? We got the Cardinals versus New England, the Packers versus Seattle, or the Chiefs versus Cleveland.
Do not play the Chiefs versus Cleveland.
You don't know what Jameis Winston
you don't know what
Cleveland
you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Not even Jameis Winston. I feel like you don't know what Cleveland you're gonna get. Like Jameis Winston is gonna put that ball in the air no matter what. Are you gonna get Jerry Jeudy in Denver, or are you gonna get Jerry Jeudy?
I don't know though.
But that goes up for it.
You could also get 4 picks from Jameis Winston though. So I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
Good. But are you gonna get 2 touchdowns from Nick Chubb in the making? You know what I mean? Like you never.
Yeah.
You just never know. I'd probably play. In my opinion, I'd probably play the Packers against Seattle.
I'd probably play the Cardinals if you want probably the safest play. Might not have the highest. They might not have the highest return. Their defense isn't like that great, but at least New England's offense isn't that great either. So I think,
aside from the running game, shout out to Ramondre.
Yeah. Shout out to the boy Ramondre. But I think I guess you'd have to look at their. You'd have to look. We do a quick one. This is the first question.
We have it all in front of
us. First question of the night. Let's see. We got we'll do non-free agents. All right. Cardinals are projected highest out of the teams. We got the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals defense, they're the 12th ranked defense, so they're not like the worst defense. They have a couple of negative games, and they had a bad game against Seattle this last week, so I think they could bounce back. They were coming off of 4 games in a row of 14 plus points. So I mean, like, they need to lock down and win right now because they're trying to make the playoffs. So I think they might be the best route there. I mean, you got Kansas City defense, surprisingly ranked 24th. So they haven't put up heavy points, but they're pretty consistent overall. Like getting a few points here and there. And then what were we like at Packers defense? I know the Packers defense is pretty good because I'm a Packers fan, but also Seattle throws the ball a ton. And
I just think when you think about it, like who would you rather have in that second, covering up, right? Because if Arizona can just focus on the run, then you're good. I'd rather take Budda Baker over anybody on that New England wide receiver, lineup. Rather than taking like say. I don't know. Jackson Smith always seems to get open. DK Metcalf can be a force, on certain games. So I'm not taking Green Bay. And then Kansas City is just, like I said, like Cleveland will put the ball in the air 40 times a game minimum. If that's the case, one of those could land. And all of a sudden you've given up 200 yards in the first half. I'd probably go Arizona.
I'd go Arizona personally, just because I think you have the least risk involved. Yes, you might get more points from the Chiefs or from the Packers just because both of those quarterbacks throw the thing, but that could also work not in your favor. So I think
I know in most places though there's other things available. I know that the Jacksonville defense could be available against the New York Jets. You never know what Jets you're going to get. I know that the Raiders defense against Atlanta could be available. Raiders defense has been coming out with some weird plays lately.
Yeah, Atlanta's been playing terrible too. Kirk Cousins, I mean, I don't know though. I don't know if Kirk Cousins could be this bad for this long.
There's no telling. There's really no telling. So I mean,
I like the Cards.
Kind of a toss-up.
I like the Cards.
You could play Dallas. Nobody has Dallas. You could play Dallas against Carolina.
True, that's true. I mean, Carolina's also been playing pretty decent lately.
I know a lot of people have dropped Dallas's defense after a lot of the injuries. So you never know.
A lot of the negative point weeks. Yeah.
Shut up. Anyways,
I'll stick with the cards. I'm leaning cards. Back to our our round matchups here. So
I'm leaning cards as well, but we're gonna see if we can't fix this on both sides of the bracket. Try to get LVI and LVI community to go down into the consolation bracket. Not that it matters, but we always like to at least.
Yeah. You get a bye, dude.
Piffin and I both have a bye. Bikey and Soap on the side of Piffin, which I would still switch up this ladder as well, in my opinion.
Make it a toilet bowl.
Yeah, something.
The loser moves
Defy
on.
and Aaron going on the other side. So we'll see what happens with the consolation bracket. Like I said, this may change depending on if I can change it.
Yeah.
And that way we get what we expected, and that's both people on both sides of the bracket. So all in all, not bad.
No. Yeah. We got to see what the matchup goes. Any we got some waivers to pick up for those that are making their playoff push, right?
Yeah. Let's move to our pickups of the week. My first pickup of the week, that boy Patrick Taylor.
I mean, yeah, if Isaac Guerendo's for sure not playing, you better pick him up just in case, because apparently Guerendo got a foot sprain, but
they're down to the fourth string.
But it don't matter. Like, any running back you throw in that San Francisco offense just happens to just
Trent, man.
Just freaking pops off. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with Isaac Guerendo over here. I kind of need him in my other leagues. But Patrick Taylor, I agree, should be the pickup of the week.
He ended up with a touchdown last week.
Yeah, no problem, Derek. Yeah, he did get a touchdown last week. So did this guy named Isaiah Davis.
Of course, Derek. Make sure you drop a follow, man. Drop a sub. Drop a like on the stream, man. Come back next week.
Yeah,
we're here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man.
Yeah. Brees Hall is still questionable. He's not expected to be shut down for the season, so I mean, we'll see.
That rookie out of South Dakota is a dog. What's his name? Isaiah Davis?
Isaiah Davis, yeah. So this one, so he's already ruled out for he was out this week. So we'll see what's going to happen, if he's going to sit out again another week, or if he'll be back. But yeah, Davis in his absence.
I would just sit him. Jets ain't doing shit. Just sit him.
Honestly, yeah.
Don't get him hurt.
Got the rookie, Isaiah Davis, 10 carries, 40 yards, and touchdown. He also had a little 3 receptions for 27 yards. The offense looked good, actually, for the Jets this past week. I mean, they still took the L, unfortunately, in overtime against Miami. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers threw for over 300 yards. His first time throwing for over 300 yards in like forever. So I mean, this guy might be a plug and play. So you got 2 running backs to look forward towards. Tank Bigsby maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say another running back is either Tank Bigsby, or you could look at Sincere McCormick in Las Vegas.
Sincere McCormick, yeah. We were looking at him last night.
15 for 78.
Yeah,
10 points.
Amir Abdullah hasn't done anything,
61%.
so yeah. And Amir Abdullah hasn't done anything with his opportunities. So I mean, they're all beat up over there. They don't really have a premier running back. Zamir White's been out. Madison's been out. And how can you not go with a guy named Sincere, man?
Yeah, man, he's so sincere. Also, tight end plug and play. If you are looking for something and you don't have it's available,
Daniel
like
Bellinger? Bellinger?
Daniel Bellinger is a possibility, but I would even go as far as saying Stone Smart, which is tight end of LA. With Disley possibly being out, depending on if he is or not. I mean, Smart went 3 for 3 with 54.
That's
solid. Yeah, averaging 18. So it's not the worst thing in the world. He does play Tampa Bay coming up. They are semi-weak against the tight ends. So it's definitely something to look at. Currently projected at 6 in that game. I think they're expecting
McConkey back.
Yeah, but also like Hayden Hurst could be back that week.
Yeah, so, I think they said 16 for Hayden Hurst. So
yeah, it literally says 16. So
yeah,
there's no telling. There's really no telling.
Yeah, Adam, and then
worth a look.
Adam Thielen probably not available in a lot of leagues anymore, but Adam Thielen was one of my pickups.
A couple of them
was my pickup a few weeks back, and then this might be last call for alcohol. You might have to pick him up if you don't have a chance to get him. You missed the train, but I mean it's playoffs. It's playoffs. Obviously, you gotta check your matchups like you should do every week, anyways. But this time it's like win or go home, so you're going for the win. Just use your best judgment based on what your team needs, And yeah, best of luck to everybody in the playoffs. Not us in this league, at least. I'm in playoffs. I'm in playoffs in like 2 or 3 of my other leagues, though.
So I think I've got 2 leagues, 2 out of my 4 leagues. I'm in the playoffs in.
Yeah,
and I'm almost top of the division. So still got options.
Got options. But
got options.
Yeah. Once again, thank you guys again for tuning in, week in and week out. Shout out to Raising Cane's, Paradox, Custom, Sure, Zip
Shout out to
Gaming.
the sponsors.
Appreciate them. But yeah, we got another meeting to get to. So I guess you want to close this out, Mr.
Yeah,
Dreamer?
shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys for everything. You know, it's been a great year. We still got, you know, it's playoff time, baby. It's playoff time. So things are turning up. We got some things cooking for you guys. So we appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for everything, man. My name is Dreamer, my amazing co-host Bikey, and you've been watching the Inferno Hot Corner. Y'all have an amazing day, man. We'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Yes, sir. Peace.
We out of here.